Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Monday Morning with Zahariel. So, what's going on today? Well, there's this piece of news that I didn't cover last week. I'm not gonna lie, I was busy with the Space Marine update, plus I'm getting ready for the WoW patch that's dropping, and even though this was announced, it didn't actually start until today. So, today, we are going to discuss it. Reinforcements received, NKVD. Yeah, my friends and I have all been making jokes about that. It's all well and good to have the political commissariat, the secret police, Beria's goons, the guys who ran the gulags. It's fine to have them in the game. They were organized units. They fought for the winning side. But seriously, imagine if they came out and they were like, hey, guess what? Reinforcements received. Einsatzgruppen. All I'm saying is that the NKVD were not good people. Not that everybody in the NKVD was awful. I'm sure that there were some very heroic, patriotic individuals. But they have a very bad reputation for a very good reason. Regardless, this event actually does look like it's going to be really cool. So, what are we getting? Well, starting today, September 9th, and running until October 7th, we have a normal enlisted event, 20,000 score every other day. Get the battle score, get the rewards. So, what are we looking at? Appearance change orders, well that's normal. Silver, boring. NKVD knife, that's pretty cool. Those unique melee weapons are always a nice thing to grab up, but the highlight here is the squad with the MG39 and the squad with the 1921 Thompson 100. Plus you get a cool portrait of Pavel Likhanov, and if you finish it all out, you get a gold weapon order. And who doesn't want more gold weapon orders, especially with a new battle pass having just recently dropped? Get those little Soviet pocket gats. So, what makes these squads special? Well, we've got a German squad at BR4 that actually looks like it's going to be pretty dirty, and we have a Soviet squad coming in that's going to be the nightmare of every top-tier German for at least a week after it comes out. So, let's look at the Germans first. They're getting the MG39. It's basically a proto-MG42. It shoots at 1320 rounds a minute, which is spicy as fuck. I think the normal MG42 shoots a little under 1,000. I think the MG42 early shoots a little bit quicker. This is shooting more in the neighborhood of what you'd expect from the MG15. I think that's what it's the end of the tier one. I always forget if it's an MG13 or 15, but regardless, the one with the anti-air sight. So what's going to be interesting is whether or not this has a 50-round belt. If it has a 50-round belt, a little bit iffy, because you already blow through that belt extremely quickly. If it's got a Patronen travel mag, which I don't know how you would fit that on an MG42, so you had 75 rounds, that wouldn't be terrible. I'd like 100 rounds. It would be even better if we could get like Fortress belts and have more, but you know, I'll take what I can get. But 1320 is not bad. You're just going to have to be very disciplined with the trigger. But it's certainly going to be a fun squad. It's an engineer and 4 machine gunners. I'm sure they'll all have the machine gun. It's the basic machine gun premium squad event squad format. Honestly, this type of squad is usually pretty high value to me because there's no other way in the game to put that many machine guns on a squad, plus you still maintain the engineer. So, yeah, you're giving up a couple of soldiers. I think normally machine gun squads are like 6 or 7 dudes. And this is only 5, that's fine. Because normally you can only put 3 machine guns in a squad. So these guys are going to be spicy. I'm looking forward to them. But on the Soviet side, they have the 1921 Thompson with 100-round drums. And what makes the 1921 Thompson so special, you might ask? Well, it's shooting at 1,040 rounds a minute. Now, understandably, for Russia, that's not that out of the ordinary. You can just get PPSHs with drum mags. You've got PPDs with drum mags. You've got other alternatives that shoot very quickly with big magazines. But normally Soviet drum mags go up to 71 rounds, and this is 100. and it's a Thompson, so it's shooting that 45. So this squad, I am looking forward to. Plus, I think their uniforms look very cool. Now, they are BR5, so there's that, and the Soviets aren't necessarily the most popular nation in the game, but hopefully this will breathe some life into them. And to be entirely honest, I'm not sure why more people don't play them. They have some fantastic weapons at every BR. So maybe this will light a fire under some people's asses to actually play it. Then finally, we have our little NKVD knife. It's a knife. It's cool to have. So, as per usual, like most other events, you only have to play every other day, get 20,000 points, or, get 10,000 points one day and 10,000 points the next day. I usually try to knock it out in one go. It usually doesn't take too long. It does kind of bring out some of the more degenerate behavior, so if you want to look at some of my experiments with that in the past, I have a series on here. I believe what did I call it? I'm blanking on it. It was like a joke name. I think it's like peak degeneracy. Where I kind of looked at spamming different things in different ways. So check that out if you're interested. If not, have fun in the event. Get your NKVD boys, get your fancy Germans. I am looking forward to it. I will be getting both of them and expect some sort of video about each of them at some point in the future. I also have the first season starting for WoW soon, so that'll probably keep me busy too. I might throw up some videos about that. And Space Marine 2 just dropped, so I'm definitely going to throw together some videos with that at some point in the not so far off future. It's pretty awesome, by the way. So if you like the first Space Marine game, or you're a Warhammer fan, or you like games that are kind of like Gears of War, it's a pretty good game that you might be interested in. Anyway, as per usual, get out there, kick ass, take names, and win your games.